and all of the solutions they address. So just a few reminders before we get started. This webinar is being recorded, and you're all participating in a listen-only mode. Of course, we will be taking your questions. Just use the Q&A box in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. And if you're having problems seeing that, make sure you go to the top right and click on Q&A, and you should be able to see that. Now, we'll also have time at the end for your audio questions. And of course, we will definitely be emailing a copy of this presentation to you after the webinar in the next week or so, so be on the look for that. And with that, I want to turn things over to Nick Vermiglio, Data Center Field Technical Consultant. Nick?
Thank you, Dana. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nick Vermiglio. I'm a Field Technical Consultant with Ingram Micro. And today we're going to be taking a look at storage offerings that Ingram Micro can provide to our partners to help you grow and manage opportunities and to assist in growing your storage business. Today's agenda, we're going to look at industry trends, partner enablement and resources, the Ingram storage options that you have at your fingertips, actually, and next steps with regards to how we can help to assist you with identifying those opportunities and growing your business. So as we take a look today, some of the industry trends that are affecting storage, there's explosive data growth, the complexity of existing storage, shortage of IT professionals, people bringing their own devices, the entry of flash storage, and also the entrance of converged environments with regards to computing, networking, and storage as one footprint in the data center. If we take a look at how data has grown over the course of time, the digital universe back in 2013 was roughly around 4.45 zettabytes. In 2020, there's going to be a growth of 10 times, which is going to be equal to 44 zettabytes of data that's out in our IT world as we know it. How can Ingram Micro assist and help with addressing your business needs, helping you to take advantage of some of these opportunities that are out there in the marketplace? Ingram Micro brings a complete portfolio of partner support to their partners. And these are some of those categories with which we can actually help and be a supportive entity with regards to your business. Everything from technical support, targeted marketing, logistics, professional services, managed services, all the way through to financing. Ingram Micro can be a strategic partner, wants to be a strategic partner, along with you and your organization to help you become more profitable, to grow your lines of business, and to open up doors of opportunity. Where we typically focus is with respect to marketing, pre-sale support, sales operations and opportunity management, along with our vendor programs and post-sale support. I didn't want to go too much into these slides because I wanted to have enough time to take a look at the actual vendor storage offerings that Ingram Micro can provide for you. We also focus on enablement as well with regards to field sales support and the ability to support the sales cycle from beginning to its conclusion. So today we're going to take a look at these specific vendors that Ingram Micro partners with, and hopefully there will be some interest that's generated, and if so, we can take a look at providing more in-depth information regarding any one or possibly multiple of these vendors, whichever ones catch your eye. So we'll be looking at T-Gile, Nutanix, Dell, Nimble Storage, Nexan, Hewlett-Packard, and IBM. We'll start with Nimble. So Nimble Storage basically is a flash array storage platform. Its CS series is the building blocks of that flash platform that they offer to the public. The models that are in the family are the CS210 all the way to the CS700. Nimble provides solutions that scale from small to medium-sized IT organizations all the way to large enterprise-based size organizations. The different models can also address such needs as virtual desktop, virtual server consolidation, as well as typically standardized IT platforms like Microsoft Exchange, SAP, Oracle, and so forth. Key benefits with respect to Nimble is performance and capacity. It's a flexible architecture with scales from, once again, entry level all the way to enterprise. It boasts 5 times greater performance and capacity density than traditional legacy storage systems. And because of that, it can also provide up to 75% of a reduction in the data footprint and 10 times reduction in data center rack space, utilizing things like compression and data deduplication, along with its architectural design, affords you these types of performance enhancements. It also offers seamless scalability. So from a scalability standpoint, it's non-disruptive, and it is in place online without any downtime or any loss of data. There's no forklifting that's required when performing any kind of Nimble upgrades with regard to scalability, with regards to size and capacity. It also provides additional types of data protection with regards to things like snapshotting, as well as data replication. It has proactive wellness. So with regards to peak storage health, that's driven by the data sciences and the modeling that's incorporated into the Nimble operating system architecture. Nimble can boast greater than 5 nines system uptime as its standard. Now, with regards to the reseller enablement, there's a dedicated channel sales team. Everything that Nimble does is done through the channel. They do not do any direct sales per se, so everything goes through their partner program. There are different accreditations that can be obtained with respect to Nimble products, and they're listed here. Everything from the Nimble Scale Professional all the way up to the Installation and Operation Professional. The nice thing about Nimble is that a partner or reseller can choose at what level of partnership they want to achieve. So it's not a all-in is required, so to speak. There's also a great fast-track program for anybody right now who is possibly an EMC partner and wants to be able to leverage some of those EMC certifications and all of the investment that was provided or has been completed to satisfy the EMC partner program can be leveraged here with respect to the Nimble program, and you will be given credit for that. Some of the other reseller highlights, 100% channel focus, as I mentioned. It's one of the fastest growing storage companies out there with over 5,000 customers. It's a fairly easy product to sell because there are very few SKUs. Unlike some other resellers that have an abundance of them, it makes it very easy to be able to decide how to position the product and how to sell to your customers. Typically, it's a 60-day average sales cycle, and the repeat bookings for partners with enterprise customers is basically 3 times the original purchase investment. So what they're saying there is anybody who has purchased Nimble as a product is returned business back to that same customer 3 times over. And the average reseller margin is about 20+ points. The next vendor that we're going to look at is HP. So with HP, they basically want to build their storage models on these values. They want to have a seamless delivery of IT services with respect to their devices. They want to introduce more value and have introduced more value with regards to how they address the information explosion that's going on today. and they're key on reducing risk with respect to exposure. So as far as any sort of data protection, backup and recovery, HP has done all of the research and the development to produce a portfolio that can support their customers across all of these different disciplines. So if we take a look at each HP storage strategy, it falls into three basic buckets. There's traditional storage, converged storage, and converged systems. So with traditional storage, when we think of storage arrays that are in the marketplace today, scale-up architecture, basically 2 controllers, additional storage trays, the typical arrays that you would see from HP as well as any competitive vendors. HP has taken the time to look at those devices and to incorporate into their newer models a design that's going to help people be able to utilize the more advanced models like the converged storage and the converged systems. So with regards to traditional storage, its architecture may be somewhat dated, for lack of a better word, but the new enhancements that are being incorporated into these models, such as SYNC provisioning, inline deduplication, inline compression, all of these newer applications are being basically provided in the newer arrays that are coming out in that family, and that's going to help to be able to leverage a customer into moving into some of the more advanced solutions that HP has to offer. Those advanced solutions are the converged storage platforms, which incorporate basically SYNC provisioning, multi-tiering, inline snapshots, and so forth, as well as the converged systems. Converged systems typically are going to take HP's strength in both computing, networking, and storage to provide a converged solution that will allow a customer to be able to leverage things like VDI, virtual servers, and so forth. With respect to HP's converged storage offerings, HP has taken, once again, their storage, their networking, and their servers, combined them into one solution, also incorporating, along with that, things like autonomy, which basically is HP's compliance, legal, and archiving solution, coupled with the converged infrastructure. IBIS, which is their parallel file system structure. They combine that with their logical volume management, as well as one management GUI to be able to manage the entire solution. Coupled with their 3-PAR enterprise class storage array, and also incorporating HP Labs, which is an advanced research group within HP, to be able to continually add value and to add more capabilities to this solution. This is how HP came to market with their converged storage solution. If you think of some of the other competitors that are out there, such as Reblock and BSpecs, this is HP's offering that competes directly with that type of a converged infrastructure solution. HP also has a very resilient partner program. It's called Partner One. There are different levels within the partner program that HP offers, everything from silver specialist to platinum specialist. There are specifically accreditations and certifications that do apply with regard to these different levels of partnership. And for anyone who would be interested in learning more about that, we could definitely have one of our Hewlett-Packard field technical consultants assist in providing more in-depth information with regards to their partner program. On to IBM. So with IBM, basically, we all know the company, we all know the story pretty much. They've got a long heritage and a distinction within the IT world, 50-plus years in the storage business. They have been innovative with regards to all levels of IT. Their leadership is pretty much self-explanatory. There's over $5 billion in revenue. and the story goes on and on. So I'm not going to take too much time going through the line items here. We all know and respect IBM as a leader in this industry. IBM also offers a complete portfolio of both storage, software, and applications to support the storage user or the storage IT user. So with regards to this particular slide, we can take a look at these three different categories with regards to primarily the hardware being the storage systems, everything from enterprise disk systems, mid-range and entry-level solutions, and EMC's tape and virtual tape systems. And these are the models that play into those three different categories of storage. When you couple that with EMC's storage applications, and if we look to the left here, we see things like storage virtualization, real-time compression, deduplication, easily being able to tier between different storage devices within the hardware solutions, coupled with flash optimization, and the storage analytics engine that IBM has developed. We have a robust portfolio of supporting applications that work very closely with the physical storage solutions. Also, from a management standpoint, we can take a look at some of the software storage management tools that IBM has created, such as Tivoli Storage Productivity Center, the Key Lifecycle Manager, along with Flash Copy Manager. These are all products that, when incorporated into the storage solution, allow for ease of management across not only one tier or one type of IBM storage, but across all these storage families that IBM can offer to an end user customer. Couple that with a very, very strong channel program, once again, and we won't go over these in depth, but just to take a look at the sort of things that IBM does offer to their partner community. There's competitive market rewards. There is a solution accelerator, trade-in programs with regards to anybody who might be looking to trade in obsoleted equipment with respect to bringing in new equipment into the data center. There's a no charge for a removal program for the disposal of any old equipment in lieu of new equipment. And right now it's U.S. only, but there's that program that could be leveraged as well for any new opportunities that may come up. There's an entitled discount. So as a partner, you would be given a discount that is basically locked into you, and it's optimized for you as an IBM partner. Minimum margin, and N-Series refresh incentive. These are all active programs in IBM's 2015 Storage Partner Channel program. With that, we are also taking a look at Lenovo and SanDisk. So with respect to Lenovo, the products right now also span from entry level all the way into enterprise class storage solutions. When you couple that with your server offerings, they bring a complete portfolio of products to the end user. So if we look here, for example, everything from the high-end enterprise rack systems, dense systems, which is the next scale, along with the blade systems, which are converged solutions that incorporate both compute and storage, along with the rack and tower volume systems as well. Lenovo also has offerings with regards to mobility, workstations and desktops, along with the System X and their Think server lines. Our next vendor is Dell. So with respect to Dell, their storage solutions basically have been keyed and they're focused on being optimized for business and critical workloads. It's open architecture friendly. There's no rip and replace. Basically what that means is that with respect to any of the Dell products that are placed into the data center, whether it's growing within that family tree, there's no need to do any kind of chassis changes. any sort of forklift effect with regards to migrations. These solutions basically are in place, additional add-ons, if you will, or being able to add a larger footprint, all with respect to no disruption in the data center. With respect to the software that is utilized with Dell solutions, you only pay for it once. So with respect to that, if you're doing anything with remote replication, snapshotting, spin provisioning, anything that would typically be a licensed additional software product, once the product is paid for and a customer owns that specific software suite, if you will, they're going to need to pay for it once. It scales along with the physical footprint of the hardware. There is no extended capacity licensing that has to happen as your solution grows. So the price performance is also optimized for both collaboration and for infrastructure. Basically, what they're saying there is that Dell has taken the time to architect their solutions to utilize basically models and design infrastructure with regards to the operating systems that deal specifically with the types of database environments, applications, and data that's being utilized within the IT world as we know it today, and to be able to also, as time moves forward, to address any other sorts of needs with regards to capacity and performance. So if we take a look at Dell's storage portfolio, we have the Compellent family, which is high-performance storage, EqualLogic, which is basically a very easy-to-use virtualized storage device. For the entry level, we have PowerVault, and then for any sort of requirement of backup and recovery, disaster recovery, DR, we have the end-to-end disaster recovery solutions, which is disk-to-disk, deep and tape, all through the DR, the DL, and the TL series. These are purpose-built devices. Where Dell accelerates with respect to the workloads that it supports, everything from your database environments like Oracle, SAP, and SQL, operationally, environments such as Exchange, SharePoint, File and Print, Cold Data Archive, Image Archive, and Data Dump with regards to their backup and recovery solutions. So as you can see across Dell's portfolio, they have the capability to address all of the different data environments that are out there today, specifically with regards to the products that they bring forward that have been architected and designed specifically to be utilized with regards to these environments. Dell boasts basically that they're helping their resellers to be successful with regards to their solutions. So they have a complete field sales support organization that's there to support the sales cycle along with the technical side of any of the Dell products that are positioned. There's the ability to onboard partners and to educate them with respect to the Dell products, how to position them, where they fit, how to move forward with an opportunity, and that comes from not only Dell directly, but also the Ingram Micro team that is focused and ready to help with respect to supporting Dell as a solution. We also offer pre-sale technical support, field engineers and consultants, and marketing development. Once again, coming from within Ingram Micro, and also working in conjunction with Dell as a vendor. Our next offering is Nutanix. Nutanix is a web-scale converged infrastructure. You may have heard the term software-defined data center or software-defined storage. This is where Nutanix plays in the industry. So basically, Nutanix is a software solution or application. It utilizes commodity hardware in order to provide the solution that it's been designed for. And it's very easy to scale because As an environment needs more resources and more capacity, it's simply adding more commodity server and storage components to allow for the growth. What this allows us to be able to do is it allows us to be able to scale quite large, and because we're not only adding more storage, we're also adding more networking, and we're adding more computing power. This is truly a scale-out type of a solution rather than a scale-up solution, where typically you have a set amount of servers or compute power, and you're adding additional storage, which is typically a scale-up. Bottlenecking can occur. This is a scale-out where all of the resources in the solution scale along with the solution itself. It's been designed to be able to scale very rapidly, as I've just explained, because it uses commodity products within its design. It's very cost efficient, and because it can scale very quickly, and because it scales across not only the storage end of it, but also the compute and networking side of it, it's very agile in how it scales and how it lays data across its environment. So it's a very, very good fit from everything from SMB all the way up to large enterprise. And in fact, it's also being utilized for people who want to provide services as part of their business model. These are the areas where Nutanix is very, very happy to fit in and is very comfortable with. So everything from big data to virtual desktop environments, branch office, business applications, as well as disaster recovery. This is where there's a very, very comfortable fit for this type of a software-based product. With respect to Nutanix partner program, it's a tiered channel program. Once again, everything that Nutanix does goes through the channel. There is no direct sales organization per se. It's a loosely coupled type of a partner program. If we see here, or we look here in bullet number 2, partners can range from a fully committed model all the way to a one-off type of a situation. A deal may come up where Nutanix is a great fit, but it's that one offering that's there, and it may not be a long-term commitment from a partner standpoint. That's perfectly fine in their eyes. And there's typically 3 tiers of requirements that Nutanix basically asks for when becoming part of this partner program. These are the 3 levels of Nutanix partner programs that are there. There is 3 types of certifications or accreditations that are required. These are online. There's no cost involved for the training that takes place or the certification test or accreditation test that would need to be passed. It's all done through their website. There is, and it's all free. So there is the sales representative, the sales engineer, and there's the platform professional. Once again, a partner who would like to position and sell Nutanix can utilize any one of these 3 certifications to become part of the Nutanix selling vendor and partner relationship. Our next offering is T-Gile. T-Gile is a storage solution that incorporates 2 specific types of storage array models. There is the flash hybrid array, and there is the all-flash array. The hybrid array is a truly unified multi-protocol solution. It supports both SAN and NAS type of storage deployments, very similar to some of the other competitors that are in the marketplace that offer a unified type of a device. Along incorporated into that device is also the capabilities of inline deduplication, along with metadata acceleration. The metadata acceleration incorporates solid-state flash devices in order to manage and to store the metadata with regards to the information and the data that's being stored on the overall solution. It boasts that it's the industry's only unified and flash hybrid that incorporates inline deduplication. Some of its key features are performance, data reduction, multi-protocol, and high availability. With respect to each one of these categories, I'm not going to go through each one of the line items, but I think it's pretty evident when you look at things like it has patented metadata acceleration utilizing SSDs. The all-flash arrays generate high performance. These are typically the types of things that you would want to see incorporated into both a flash-only storage array along with a multi-protocol array or unified array. And one of the key bullet points to take away from this slide is that there's no additional cost for software or features. Basically, all of T-Dial solutions incorporate a full portfolio of software and full features in all of their models. So there's no additional cost or licensing required for any of those additional capabilities. The product family as it stands right now is the HA family from the 2100 up to the 2800, which is all flash. And with respect to capacity, we have the ES family, the 2000 and the 4000. These models differ from one another in that the 2000 and the 4000 incorporate high density, high capacity, slower drives for such things as archiving and for backup, where our HA family is truly a tier 1 storage solution, both unified and all flash, depending on the need. The use cases where T-Dial performs very, very well is server virtualization, PDI, and databases. When you combine both the unified solution along with your flash-only solutions, you have a great portfolio that can address any one of these different use cases optimally. With respect to T-Dial's reseller program, there are some basic requirements. Obviously, things like completing an NDA and a partner agreement to sell the products. There is a complete sales training that is offered and provided by T-Dial at no cost. They require an assigned and dedicated resource from a partner to be able to ensure that basically all aspects of the business planning are completed and they're executed as they should be. The benefits to the reseller program is that there's no partner levels, there's no silver, gold, platinum, and so forth and so on that have any sort of requirements attached to them. They use level pricing. They have a persistent deal registration. Basically what that's saying is, an example of it is that if a partner should sell a T-Dial solution to a customer and a second and third and a fourth T-Dial solution is going to be positioned at that same particular customer, the incumbent partner who has sold the solution the first time is the partner that will retain the second, third, and fourth business opportunities or sales opportunities from that given partner. T-Dial supports that and makes sure that process does occur. So reoccurring business back to a reseller is pretty much guaranteed using that model, and they stand by that. They also offer marketing support based on partner investment. So the more you're invested in T-Dial as a vendor, and the larger amount of time you're working with them and bringing opportunities to them, the marketing and the support will reflect that commitment to them. Our next provider is NextFan. NextFan also offers a complete family of unified storage solutions. We have the unified hybrid solution, the high-density storage solution, and the secure archive solution. These are represented in the NST line, the E-Series, and the Asheron series. Now, basically what we're showing here is a unified solution, once again competing with many of the vendors who are out there that offer the same type of storage array. It's very flexible, everything from the mid-size solution all the way up to enterprise solutions. It does use multi-tiering with regards to the storage devices that are incorporated into it. Everything from high-speed disk to solid-state disk. Storage tiering is also provided to be able to place data strategically where it makes sense within the array, all conducted through its management GUI. With regards to the high-density storage array, high-density storage designed for large capacity, also designed for any situations where large amounts of static data might be incorporated into the environment, where it's not being accessed on a regular basis with regards to day-to-day operations, but still is a requirement to have easy availability to it. And the storage archive, secure archive storage is truly a backup device target for any backup solution or archiving solution that might be incorporated into a specific customer site. A new product that was announced this year is the NST 2000. This is truly an entry-level hybrid storage array, so for any of the truly smaller opportunities that might come up, the very small types of organizations, this is a very, very good fit. It will scale to mid-sized data centers, but its real niche is in that smaller footprint. So for mixed applications and workloads, any sort of data protection, it does work very well with media and entertainment workflows. But once again, it's been designed and architected to meet that entry-level opportunity that might be out there for small shops. The NST hybrid family as it sits right now, starting from the NST 2000, which we just spoke about, which is the entry-level product. In our mid-range family, we have the NST 4000. And at the higher end, large mid-range to entry-level enterprise, we have the NST 6000. All with full functionality, multi-tiering, snapshotting, all of the typical types of features and functionality you would see with regards to this style of storage array, addressing the needs of these different levels of organizations. The NextGen reseller program, also very competitive with regards to its benefits. It offers quality leads, deal protection. There is the Lead Guard Opportunity Registration Program that NextGen uses, so you can register your deals to make sure that you have exclusive. Well, I'm trying to use that word, but I can't. That these deals are exclusive to you as an organization, that there won't be anybody trying to come in and obviously entrench themselves or involve themselves in deals that you've already began the process of. Online training. So these are instructor-led with respect to sales and technical trainings at no charge to the partner, the reseller. There's also a complete portfolio of sales tools that is out on NextGen's website, on their partner site. Once a reseller becomes a partner, you'll have access to all of that collateral within the partner website. There's also the leading support program. Basically, they back their products and they support the products 24/7 with a complete support staff. So if there's any need to incorporate or involve anybody from NextGen directly on any part of the opportunity, they're there 24/7 to be able to provide that support. It's also very easy to become a NextGen partner because there's no inventory requirements. They have a pretty simple to use quoting tool, and they boast that they are very, very fast and responsive when it comes to the order processing that will be required to actually get the product to you and to the end user. So once again, before we wrap up our presentation, I just wanted to reiterate that as an Ingram Micro partner and partnering with us, we're here to support your efforts with respect to any one or any more than one of the solutions that we've shown today. If anybody is interested in delving deeper into any one of these vendors' product sets, we can provide additional information at a lower and granular level, depending on where the interest is. But I just wanted to close with saying that, once again, being an Ingram Micro partner, we're here to support you, to assist you, and to leverage us in any way that you can. I wanted to show this slide one more time just to reiterate all of the different areas where we're prepared to assist you in your business needs and to help you grow and gain even more profitability as we progress and move down this path. So I wanted to thank you for your time. And if there is any questions or anyone that you would want to contact directly regarding these vendors, these are the contact points at Ingram. And this will be part of the presentation, obviously, that will be delivered out to you once we actually get it out to you. You'll have these contact points to be able to reference. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Nick. Excellent job. We didn't have questions per se, but we did have comments that this was perfect depth for a lot of teams. So I think this will be this presentation will be used as a great resource. So people definitely want this presentation. So just to let everyone know, in the next week or so, we will get out an email to you with this presentation so you can share that with your teams. So what we'd like to do at this time is give folks an opportunity to ask questions via audio. So Sarah, if you could help us out with that, please.
Thank you, Dana. Ladies and gentlemen, your question and answer session will now begin. If you wish to ask a question, please key star, then 1 on your telephone, record your name, and then press the pound key. If you then decide to withdraw your question, simply key star 2. All questions will be answered in the order received, and you will be advised when to ask your question. All other lines will remain on listen only. So just to remind you, if you wish to ask a question, please key star, then 1 on your telephone, record your name, and press the pound key.
So again, if you do want to ask a question via audio, just press star 1 on your phone, record your name, and then press the pound key. And we'll just wait just a moment for that. So Sarah, it sounds like there are no audio questions at this time.
No, there's no questions at this time, Dana.
Okay, so folks, if you do have any questions after we hang up, you can always respond to one of those reminder emails that was sent out, and we'll make sure to have your question or comment addressed. I know a lot of times that happens when I hang up. I think of all these great questions, so feel free to do that in the next few days. So we want to thank everyone for joining us. We hope it was helpful for you. And again, we'll have the presentation out to you in the next week or so. And as you're closing out of our event today, you'll see a pop-up window, and that's just a very quick survey. If you could take just a minute or two to fill that out, that will help us build even better storage solutions for you and address, any concerns that you have in regards to your business. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.